How will today's children function in a dangerous world? What means will they use to carve the future? Will they be equipped to find the answers to tomorrow's problems?
The Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the... Anyone? Raised or lowered? Raised. In an effort... Anyone know the effects? It did not work. Anyone seen this before?
Today's classroom is much different than the traditional classroom we just saw, largely in part to technology integration. I am here today with a few teachers to share with you about what technology integration is, as we take a look into a well-equipped classroom where students are excited to learn.
Technology integration means making the technology a part of the lesson so that it just flows with the lesson. It's just another method or tool that we use to present the information.
We have said goodbye to the chalkboards and hello to the whiteboard. We have migrated from using pencil and paper and begun to use a keyboard and iPad to work in all subjects.
Okay, when you integrate technology, it increases students' ability to learn the information you're trying to...
It's important to understand what technology integration is and what it is not. Let's go to 406 Tech Talk and hear from Ann, Charles, and Shel.
What technology integration is not. Because with the influx of all of this money and all of this technology, a lot of people got things that they weren't really fully prepared to use, and they're trying really hard to use technology, but using technology is not always the same as integrating technology.
On the screen is a look at what we want our kids to do with technology. Technology is not the lesson. Giving the student a device or simulation game and expecting the student to know what to do. Technology integration is not used to drive the curriculum. It may not be the latest technology. And it is not to replace the teacher but to enhance the teaching.
I'm Julie Schott, and I teach second grade at Newman School. And this is my 20th year thesis on the technology integration in Billings Public Schools in 1990. And at that time, teachers were lucky if they had one Apple IIe in their classroom. And it was used usually by the teacher, rarely by the kids. If it was used by the kids, it was used as a game center or a math game or a reading game center or something like that.
Besides technology integration, we need to know about education technology, which is the study and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating, using, and managing appropriate technological processes and resources. Educational technology is an inclusive term for both the material tools and the theoretical foundations for supporting learning and teaching. Educational technology is not restricted to high technology. It is anything that enhances classroom learning and the utilization of blended or online learning. Educational technology complements a teacher. Also, educational technology encompasses instructional technology. Instructional technology is the actual learning systems that uses the educational technology. This means designing, developing, utilizing, managing, and evaluating the learning processes and applications. Also under educational technology is Information and Communications Technology, or ICT, which is an extended term for Information Technology, IT, which stresses the role of unified communications and the integration of telecommunications, like telephone lines and wireless signals, computers as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audio-visual systems, which enable the student to access, store, transmit, and manipulate information. This includes telecommunications like email, phones, apps and social media, broadcast media, intelligent building information systems. This includes satellites, audio-visual processing and transmission systems, network-based control and monitoring functions. We have two commonly used models for technology integration.
Being the SAMR model, which helps you to realize at what level your putting technology in, whether you're using it just simply as a substitution or you're actually redefining what you're able to do because of the technology, something it wasn't even possible before that is now possible. And then the other model is called the Tpac model, where you're taking not just the technology, but the pedagogy, so the philosophies behind what we teach, the content itself, and combining it with the technology to get kind of that sweet spot in the middle where those three things merge together in a more effective way. So when we're always aiming for the middle, then we get the richer lesson.
I like when I can look at a score on a report and go, oh my gosh, that child needs me to pull them back to the table and work on this or that. And I have a lot of small group stuff going on for every subject. It's for writing, math, and reading. It used to be just reading groups. Now I'm having writing groups, I'm having math groups, because my technology is helping me see where there's holes and I can fill them in.
If you can do this lesson without technology, that's great. But if you can do it better with technology, then that's why you use it. That's why you use it.
People always say that the kids respond better when they're able to share their work. Well, of course, because they have a valid audience. It doesn't go into a pile on the teacher's desk and they get handed back to their folder. Kids today can create stuff and share it with the entire world. And they have that authentic audience. They have people that actually not only will read it, but also care about it.
All right, so I'm almost done with the geometry problem. And let's finish it off now.
The role of the teacher has shifted. I'm truly seeing a world where the person who's in the role of teacher is really a facilitator. And if you can facilitate your students to create great work and work alongside with them to do that, that's amazing to me.
It is finding alternative ways to diversify your education, making sure you're meeting the needs of all the kids in your classroom, and adding other ways of teaching the same topics that you would normally.
Technology integration is supported by key components of learning like active engagement, participation in groups, frequent interaction and feedback, and connection to real-world experts. Successful technology integration is achieved when the use of technology is routine and transparent, accessible and readily available for the task at hand, supporting the curricular goals, and helps the students to effectively reach their goals. Seamless integration is when students are not only using technology daily, but have access to a variety of tools that match the task at hand and provide them the opportunity to build a deeper understanding of content. The ultimate goal of technology integration is to completely redefine how we teach and learn, and to do things that we never could before the technology was in our hands. There is a lot of positive evidence on the effectiveness of teaching and benefits for learners when technology is integrated effectively into the classroom. Research proves that lessons that use technology engages a student at a higher degree than traditional teaching and leads to the development of 21st century skills. These skills include complex thinking, creative problem solving, and collaboration. Looking at researchers, I found James G. very interesting.
It doesn't matter what the problems are. All a video game is a set of problems that you must solve in order to win.
Of our schools, more now with No Child Left Behind, is it's full of manuals without the games. In theory, we could level the playing field for the first time in American education if we brought the games to the manuals. And I don't mean a video game. If we brought the activities, the problem solving, the living in the worlds of chemistry and algebra, with making kids want to do things with them. That is, to see them as tools to surmise new possibilities.
I'm Margaret Welchfall, and this is my assignment for ED 410. I hope this information has given you a glimpse of how critical it is for today's classrooms to be equipped to prepare our students, and how technology integration plays a role by bringing the games to the manuals.